Hello again, fellow BeachBum traders. Thank you for joining us for our initial due diligence video on Lucid Group Incorporated, ticker symbol LCID. In this video, we'll do our standard initial due diligence on Lucid Group. This due diligence on Lucid Group is being done in response to a request by one of our Discord members and value Patreon members, Speculation, asked in our Discord on August 12th that I know. Okay, if we take a quick look at the home page for Lucid Group, Lucid Motors, it's lucidmotors.com. I'll put the direct link in the description box below so we can see right away. There's their Lucid Air. We can see they're stressing their range of 520 miles. They clearly show the price, 87.4K, and a max power of 1100 horsepower. I've got, a nice video there. You can see the various models, colors, etc. Air Grand Touring from 154K up to 516 mile range. So they're stressing innovation, luxury. They're showing some nice luxury pictures. And then we can see they have a reasonable social media presence. They have an investor page, etc. And then if we look at their company page real quickly, and there's Spirit of California, sustainability, leadership. They're offering, careers, so it looks like they're hiring. They talk about why they headquartered in Tucson, Arizona, Phoenix, Silicon Valley, etc. So hopefully that gives you a quick overview of Lucid Group, Lucid Motors. You can explore their website in more detail. Again, I'll put this direct link in the description box below. They have a nice, website. Okay, if we do our due diligence for Lucid Group, ticker symbol LCID, and ChartMill, and I'll leave the direct link to this profile for Lucid Group, LCID, in the description box below. We can see a quick overview of their ratings. Technical analysis rating is very negative, 0 out of 5. The setup rating is a little positive, 3.5 out of 5. If we take a brief look at the chart, we'll look at it in more detail in a minute. We can see it's in a wedge, a triangle. It's hugging its 50-day simple moving average. It's been generally, in this wedge for quite some period of time. It looks like it was in a broader wedge in the near term. It's again below its longer term moving average. We look at the fundamental analysis. Overall, it's relatively poor, 2 out of 5. Valuations very poor. Profitability is poor, 1 out of 5. Growth. Okay, if we look in more detail at the stock chart for Lucid and ChartMill on a daily chart, again, we can see, it's been in this long-term wedge. It looks like it's approaching a pinnacle. It's hugging this moving average. Again, and it's been in a broader wedge. Again, it appears to be approaching this focal point where it's going to have to make a decision. Is it going to break up, break down? Again, it's been hugging its moving average. So if we zoom out a little bit. Okay, if we look at the technical analysis tab for Lucid Group, LCID, and ChartMill, see overall it's got a technical rating of 0. It scores bad on all fronts, a bad performer in the overall market, both on the medium and short term. So again, technical rating right now as of August 16th is very negative. You see it's got plenty of volume, so that's a good sign. It's just average performer. We see short-term trend is neutral. Long-term is still negative. So we need to see more continued positive action to make this really interesting, is what they say. We could see support and resistance. There's a support zone around 1746 to 1770, and then we see overall the setup here is saying it's a 7. It does present a nice setup opportunity. Again, we saw that narrowing. Okay, if we look at the fundamental analysis tab in ChartMill for Lucid Group, LCID, we can see fundamental rating is 4 out of 10 right now. It has a great health rating, but there's worries in profitability, shows excellent growth, but it's valued expensively. So we see valuations poor, profitability poor, health is good, and growth is good. So we see their profitability is only 2 out of 10. Return on assets is neutral. Petrosky is neutral, but it's got negative profitability and a very negative profit margin. So obviously they're losing a lot of money. Valuation is only 1 out of 10. It's got it's not profitable. They're expected to report negative earnings. Forward price to earnings ratio is negative. Book ratio is below industry average. Their growth rating is very positive, 7 out of 10. Very strong growth, projected to be very high growth. Strong growth in revenue. Strong growth in revenue again for the next 5 years, and again for the past 5 years. Earnings per share is decreasing. So again, we see they're losing money. Their revenue curve looks positive going forward. So that's positive from a growth standpoint. But their earnings per share looks like it's going to. Okay, if we look at the analyst ratings for Lucid Group, LCID, and ChartMill, we can see the analysts are bullish. 77% have a buy consensus. We see the median price target here is about 30.60, so 63% upside. We see it's got 30.58, so 63% upside. It's got 14 analysts, so it's got decent amount of coverage, and it's we don't see any recent downgrade. Okay, if we look at the ownership structure for Lucid Group, LCID, and ChartMill, we can see it's got a high institutional ownership, almost 70%, very small insider ownership, and the remaining 30% is public or retail. We see institutional ownership has been relatively stable. We see a small negative change in. Okay, if we do our due diligence on Lucid Group, ticker symbol LCID in Webull, I'm on the stock screen of the online browser version of Webull. We bring up ticker symbol LCID. We see the long-term chart for Lucid. We see that long decreasing trend. We see a bottom around 1325, been pretty flat since then. We see the last earnings was on August 3rd. Again, a nice thing about Webull is we can pop up this lower pane and see a lot of good due diligence input information in that lower pane. You can get, again, a brief description of who Lucid is. You see their website, Lucid Motors. Again, we can see recent news. See if there's anything interesting that we haven't seen before. Again, my favorite part of doing due diligence in Webull is the graphics of the financials. So we can see their income kind of decreased into quarter one. It's bounced back a little bit in quarter two above expectations. So that was a little positive. Balance sheet's been pretty negative, expected to be negative. Cash flow, again, negative and decreasing and below expectations. Financials expected to improve, but again, they missed expectations severely. Income statement was very negative in quarter 4 of 21. Bounced back, but it's expected to decrease a bit. Their revenue is trending upward, which is positive. Their operating income, again, it was the most negative in quarter 1 of 22, expected to improve a little bit. It looks like they have pretty high debt to asset ratio. Looks like their total. Just a quick reminder that as of the recording of this video on August 16th, Weeble's currently offering up to 12 free stocks if you open and fund a new account in Weeble. This is the most number of free stocks I've seen Weeble offer. I don't know how long this offer will last, but if you're not already using Weeble, here's an opportunity to get 12 free stocks. You can find our affiliate link to Weeble in the description box below on the About page on our YouTube channel in the link section. Okay, if we do our due diligence for Lucid Group, ticker symbol LCID, and FinBiz, and I'll leave the link to this direct profile in FinBiz for Lucid Group in the description box below. We can see on their daily chart, we see that tight wedge that it's at the pinnacle of. It's sitting right at all those moving average. So again, a decision point, is it going to break up, break down? It's not clear from that daily chart. If we zoom out to the weekly very quickly, for one, we can see the range. Obviously, this had to be a SPAC because it was at $10. So we see an initial pop and then a major decline. Tried to pop back up to the 50-something range, and then has been in steady decline again. So it's still above its SPAC $10 price, but it's been very flat for quite some time. We zoom out to monthly, again, we just see it doesn't have a lot of history. It looks like it de-SPAC'd in 2021. We can also see, though, it's below that longer term moving average, so that would be a point of resistance. So again, the key point is this converging wedge right there, and it's at a point of decision right now. If we look at some of the metrics, we see they're losing a ton of money. They do have positive sales. It is optionable. We see sentiments not overly negative. It looks like they have significant debt. That's a little bit negative. Their price to sales is kind of extremely high. Price to book's high. So again, their valuation is poor. We see they have 1.6 billion shares, so huge float. So again, it's not going to move real quickly. Short float's only 7.7%. You see a target price of $27.58. So we see a range of 13 to 57. So it's got plenty of range. We scroll through the news to see any positive or negative. We see, okay, NASDAQ cut production outlook in half. Okay, so on August 4th, Lucid cut their production outlook in half. So their guidance going forward is negative. So that would be a negative near-term trend. So they've got competition, Cadillac, GM. So again, that was highlighted as a negative. They've got some partnerships, some agreements. That's positive. So do our due diligence on Lucid Group, ticker symbol LCID, and Seeking Alpha. I'll leave the direct link to the profile for Lucid Group in the description box below. We see a quick overview of their chart. We see it's declining and then pretty flat. If we look at a quick overview of some of their news, it says they had a terrible Q2, and that was as of August. Abysmal Q2, so raising questions. Okay, so obviously the recent earnings announcement was not received well by analysts. That's talking about Rivian. So we see, guidance cuts guidance. So a lot of negative analyst news here so far. Okay, so their latest EPS, it looks like, was negative 33. Revenue, they did have some positive revenue, but they're missing. So again, that's received very negatively. Look at some of their ratings. Seeking Alpha authors rated as a buy. Wall Street hold. Quants hold. Valuations very poor. Profitability is very poor. And growth is only just above a C. You can also see their profile at Seeking Alpha. See their annual revenue. Looks like it's increasing pretty dramatically. If we look at their quarterly revenue, again, a nice uptick increase going forward. However, their EPS is declining with maybe a future improvement. If we look at annually, again, some improvement by the end of the year and then a decline going into next year. Again, they're a relatively new company, so a lot of, and they're not profitable, so a lot of the PE type ratio metrics are not filled in. Gross profit, very negative, so they're losing a lot of money. Return on equity and assets, very negative. They don't pay a dividend. Their market cap is almost $32 billion. They have over $2 billion in debt. A lot of volume, 12 million in volume. We see their ownership structure. So a sovereign wealth fund owns almost 61%. Public is 26%. Institution is relatively small. Okay, given all of this initial due diligence on Lucid Group, ticker symbol LCID, what are our conclusions in terms of, is LCID a stock to buy now? Is Lucid Group a company that we want to buy right now as of August 17th, 2022? Well, some things to consider in terms of a longer-term investment, longer-term holding is, they're a luxury electric car. So their primary competitor is probably going to be Tesla. And again, they're charging, $87,000 a car. So the question to ask yourself is, since we're going into a recession or we're in a recession in August of 2022, how many people that have not already bought a luxury electric vehicle are going to order and wait for a Lucid Air versus a Tesla? So again, in terms of long-term investment, in terms of the long-term viability of Lucid Air, you need to compare the pricing and competitive advantage versus probably their primary competitor is at this time is Tesla. So again, going into a recession, how many people, your middle class people, are not going to spend $88,000 for a luxury electric car if they're even willing to spend the excess money for an electric car? So in terms of long-term investment, those are considerations. Also, their cash position, as we saw, their cash runway is not that long given the amount of cash that they're burning, so we can expect further dilution. So in terms of a long-term holding, if you buy now, the odds are they're going to run out of. The content of this video was produced by BeachBum Trading. We hope you will choose to also join us in the BeachBum Trading community and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit us at our homepage at beachbumtrading.com, the bum without the U. Similarly on Twitter, BeachBum Trading, bum without the U. On Facebook and in our BeachBum Trading Facebook group. Please follow us on Pinterest and on Instagram. All of the links to our social media sites will be included in the description box below, and we hope you will choose to subscribe to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel and follow us on social media. Thank you. We also cordially want to invite you to our new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server, where we can have discussions on all topics related to trading, success in trading, investing, etc. You can see alerts when we make trades, changes to our watch list, etc. So again, please join us in the new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server. You should be able to find a link in the description box below. You can also find a link in the social media category on our webpage, beachbumtrading.com, without the bum without the U, and also in the link section on the About page of our YouTube channel, etc. So again, we look forward to seeing you in the BeachBum Trading Community Discord server soon. Wave and say hello. BeachBum Trading also now has a site on Patreon. If you are willing and able to help support our efforts to produce all the content and help you achieve the financial freedom you want, deserve, to be able to live the BeachBum lifestyle or any other kind of lifestyle you would like, and you're willing and able to help support our efforts in these regards, we hope you'll choose to visit our Patreon page. You can get access to our new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server, which is currently under construction, but you will get access to the Discord server by supporting us through Patreon. Again, this is all currently under construction, but you can see we just have the default levels, membership levels, but again, each level allows support, allows access to our Discord. We're also posting our trade positions initially in our Discord, and again, we greatly appreciate any support that you're willing and able to provide. So thank you for your consideration. Thank you again for watching our video. We hope that you liked it. If so, please smash the like button, give us a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel. Please share this video with your fellow traders and friends. And please give us your feedback and any recommendations for improvement in the comments section below. And let us know what else we can do to help you in your trading career. Thank you again, good luck, and have a great trading day. If you like this video, we hope you will choose to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the box in the upper left hand corner. You can watch another video like this by clicking on the box in the lower right hand corner, and we have a whole playlist of videos like this that you can access via the box in the upper right hand corner. Our latest video is available in the box in the lower left hand corner. We hope you like this and have a great day.